Yo, 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 Josh King Madrid coming to you guys live from JetSet headquarters. I'm here with Ricky Rich Official. And today's episode, we are going over the Guru Myth Busters. Boom! So you're probably wondering, what do I mean, Guru Myth Busters? Lately, I've been hearing a lot of, bark on social media. A lot of things that are not really true, and they're kind of irrelevant, and they're misleading people in the wrong direction of where they need to go. And the main reason I think a lot of these gurus, quote unquote, are doing that is because they want to make themselves look like they're doing something great. They want to make themselves look like they are better than everybody else. And so pretty much here's the whole strategy. Let's talk shit about everybody else. Let's talk shit about every other industry. Let's bash everybody else and tell them, hey, we're talking shit on them because we're going to tell you the truth. We're going to tell you the real information. But still, they're giving you opinionated, opinions. They're giving you this type of information that is not facts. It's not logical facts. They're giving you opinions. That way you can think highly of them, and now you're their fans. Now you're buying their products. Now you're buying into whatever they're selling,
which is online.
Yeah, or whatever their brand is, whether it's an agency or whatever it is, or products, supplements, whatever the hell it is. That's the strategy that I realize a lot of these guys are doing. None of them are actually giving you straight facts or letting you come to your own opinion. And the Dropout Degree, it's all about laying down the facts, laying down experience, wisdom, and things we actually been through, and letting you come to your own decisions. So that's today's episode. I'm here with Ricky Rich, one of my business partners, absolute stud, the millennial king of sales, can sell anything to anybody. He says that if you don't believe him, you can challenge him.
Yes.
You can challenge him to sell something. He's willing to put everything on the line, his entire bank account. That's how confident he is. So, so Ricky, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Ricky Rich, excited to be here with Josh King Madrid. We're going to talk about this guru thing. I think me and Josh, one of the things that we take pride in is our work ethic, and everything that we do, we put our drive into, our passion, and we just love working. So when we hear these gurus talk about, downplaying what we actually do and what some of the millennials are doing today, it just makes me laugh, because I realize that the millennials today, and, I hope nobody gets offended here, but the reality is we're getting results much faster.
Yeah, 100%.
So they're 10 to 20 years is our 2 to 4.
Yeah, and not only does it, I understand it makes you laugh. Me personally, that shit pisses me off.
It makes me laugh.
It personally pisses me off. Not in a way where I'm personally mad, because I'm doing my thing. I'm getting my results. I'm getting my work in. But they're giving a false image, and like I said, they're misleading other millennials or people that are following us, and they're ending up confused. And I see these people preaching the wrong shit on social media. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? But it's because these older guys are kind of putting that image in their head, and everybody kind of knows. You only know what you've been told. If you've never been told it or you never experienced it, you won't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly. So if the wrong people that you look up to are giving you the wrong information, you're going to be going around knowing the wrong information or preaching the wrong information.
And worse, not only just knowing the wrong information or preaching the wrong information, you're going to be applying the wrong information. And I talked about it last time. That's I think a majority of people, they want to learn from these people that are the big guys, right? And these guys are just pretty much saying the same thing over and over again. Yeah. And the reality, there is no tactical information. There's no call of action for them to actually do something to get a result. There's
real advice. Everything's very, very basic. What is they'll tell you to start hustling, to start grinding, that they're putting out free content because they're the fucking best. And it's
they brag about themselves too.
Yeah, and it's
see my bags in my.
And it's like, yo, man, you're saying you're putting out free content. You're saying that you're the most relevant. You're saying grind and but they're not giving any real information. They're really leading people to think that they're working because they're grinding at doing something that's unproductive. If you're doing something, you need to be doing something productive, something that's actually getting results, something that is relevant today, not 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. And that's what pisses me off, because, everyone thinks this guy's changing my life, this guy's giving me free content. I'm like, yo, but what have you actually learned? What have you done? And when these people who are listening to these other guys give me an answer, it's they don't really know how to answer.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that's so funny is some of these guys are motivation is crap, motivation is bullshit. And that's really all they're doing is trying to motivate.
Yeah.
And then it's
like reverse psychology.
Yeah, it's it doesn't make any sense. So for me, guys, I would love to like just challenge you guys to tune in to people who are actually going to teach you to do something so that you can actually track your progress and you can see the most important thing to be fulfilled, which is your progression. Without progression, what's the point? Right?
And I want to say something real quick, just so you guys don't get this confused. Those of you guys listening right now, we're not trying to, say some bullshit to make you guys think that we're cool and like do exactly what they're doing.
I'm not that cool.
We're trying to state facts, and I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry for keeping it real, but I really don't care if you believe me, if you don't believe me, if you listen to what I say, if you don't listen to what I say. I want you guys to form like factual opinions based off what we're saying, based off, if you like what we say, you like us, you fuck with us, then, then we like you, and that's cool, I guess. If not, then like, you don't have to be here, you don't have to listen, because like, at the end of the day, you're all that matters to yourself, you're all that matters. So, you need to value your opinion, you need to value who you give your time to, who you give your resources, your money, whatever it is, you gotta value who you give that to. So just like really don't get like excited about the hype. Like really just tune in. You gotta turn on your, like I like to call them bullshit radars. Turn on your bullshit radar and really listen. Like, is this guy really trying to help me? And try to figure out. I do a lot of. Everybody knows that I do marketing and I'm really big on psychology and stuff. So I really try to look at like people's
intentions.
Yeah, intentions and what they're really doing. And a lot of these guys are somewhat marketers, and I'm good at marketing.
I'm a marketer.
Obviously. So I can see right through like the people who are bullshitting and the people who are for real. It's a very fine line for most people, but when you've been in the game, it's very easy to see. So when I just see it, that's why it pisses me off so much, because I know there's a lot of people that are young. Maybe you're watching this right now. You're gullible. Yeah, and you're new to the internet marketing or e-commerce or just the internet age in general, social media marketing, whatever it is. And there's not many people doing it, so you have to really be careful who you look at that's actually going to give you real information, because it's very easy to just find the first guy that pops up and looks like he's throwing it down, and maybe he has some results, maybe he's made 8 figures, 7 figures, 6 figures, but like look at their intentions. Like if they're, the first thing you gotta realize, like I said, right now what we're talking about, I'm giving you guys facts. We're telling you guys what people are doing.
We're giving you the raw truth, baby. Yeah. That real deal.
So we're giving you the facts, the real deal, the truth. And we're giving you our opinions on it, right? Most of these guys are giving you their opinions as facts. They're not giving you facts with their opinions. They're giving you their opinions as facts. So which means they're giving you possibly, it could be wrong information. And you don't know because they're making their opinions sound like facts. Yeah. So you're taking this wrong information in. We're giving you the facts right up front. Here's what they're doing. Yeah,
you don't want to be that guy.
And then we're going to tell you our opinions on the facts. So just not to get it confused. That way it's not misleading.
Yeah, so I think what he's trying to say is that we're not trying to, trick you or anything like that. We're just giving you the raw truth, the real truth. And whether you want to take it or not, what I would advise you to do is just keep that open mind, right? You've heard about it. I think that's, people have heard that before. Keep an open mind. So what I want to tell you guys here is he talked about something very important that I want to bring up again. And he said you have to learn to value your time. He said you need to value yourself and what you do and where you spend your time, who you hang out with, because it all, it's all going to reflect on the results that you produce and whatever you want to do. I think a lot of times in life you are doing the right things, but you're doing them around the wrong people and with the wrong information you're getting from people. And that's what happens is you work, right? And guess what? You're working in the wrong way because you're not applying the right information, right? It's like doing a calculus problem and you don't know the way to do it. You can do it a million times. You're never going to get the result. What's going to happen? You're going to get a headache. You're going to get frustrated. You're not going to know what to do. So that's why it's so important to really follow the people, like Josh was saying, that know exactly what to do, can teach you what to do. That's the most important part, is that they know what to do, but then they can teach you, meaning that they're going to take time out of their day to show you exactly what to do and show you which way to go when this happens or that happens. So that's another thing. You need to find people who are willing to actually teach you and show you.
And to do that, just to get this clear, maybe, to be honest, maybe what you want to learn, what you want to do, we don't have the information on it. Yeah. We can't teach you. If that's the case, then there's somebody else who probably can. But that's where, like I said, you have to come in and really be able to get that focus and realize, all right, who has the information, who has the correct information. Because like I said, there's a lot of people giving you information, but if what they're doing right now is wrong or not really, so how do I say this? If they're trying to teach you some strategy or whatever you're trying to learn, but they're not currently doing that, then it's kind of a red flag. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like a siren.
Yeah, you know, there's alarms going off. You gotta, you gotta look around and be like, hold up.
Evacuate the mission.
Yeah, right? Stop, hold up. Like, there's an error. There's something wrong. So what you want to learn to do should be from somebody who's currently doing it or somebody who's crushed it. So if you're listening to advice on a certain platform, a certain marketing tactic, a certain strategy from somebody that's 50 years old and has not even in that industry, and they're telling you how everybody else in that industry is bullshitting you, and that you should listen to them, red flag, siren. You know, that's how you have to make the decisions. So whoever it is, you know, like I said, we don't want to slam anybody. We're just trying to, you know, state the facts. There is people, and there are, like, I have nothing negative against any of these other guys out here, you know, and
some of them old, but
yeah, let's just say in your mind right now, if you're thinking of somebody, then that might be the person we're talking about. If this rings a bell, that might be the person we're talking about, and it's because it's true. And that's the reason why you're realizing it right now.
If I know that guy.
Yeah. so what you got to realize is that, you know, when looking at these guys, there is a lot of good information from them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking shit on anybody. There's a lot of good information. But there is some bad, wrong, or maybe it's not even intentional. Maybe it's just ignorant. Ignorant doesn't mean you're doing it on purpose. Ignorant means you just don't know. So if they just don't know and they're educating you on it, now you just don't know. So that's where you have to really try to figure out if what you're listening to is correct. So like I said, I'm not bashing anybody, but really, really look towards it. And one of the common things I hear people talking about is, you know, I heard somebody say that selling products online, and this is somebody has a huge following. They said selling products online is not a real business, that it's a scam, that you can't consider yourself an entrepreneur if you have a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business.
Yeah.
And he's like, and here's his reasoning behind it. You know, I wasn't profitable until my 7th year in business.
So
I didn't pay myself out until my 7th year in business. It took me 13 years to make 6 figures. And then he was saying that you need to be patient. Right? You said you need to be patient.
I was thinking the same thing. I want to talk about this.
Yeah, so check this out. So he said, you need to be patient. You know, all you millennials, he said, all you millennials want it so bad, want it so fast because you see people
It takes
running,
time.
Yeah, he said, because you see people running e-commerce businesses, living the lifestyle you want to live, so you think you can just do that when in reality it's not true. Hold up. Like, what? Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
He's not God. He can't really tell them what they can and cannot do anyways.
That doesn't even make
it's like, right there.
Right. And it's like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, how's e-commerce not a real business? That's where the trend is going. That's where the attention is going. That's where this market is going. It doesn't matter how old you are. And so, like, when I heard that, and he's telling millennials, he's like, save up everything, work hard for 10 to 12 years.
Save up?
Yeah, work hard for 10 to 12 years. Then after 10 to 12 years, you can make 6 figures.
Do you not know that our value of our dollar drops like almost every day?
Yeah.
So he's telling you to save your money. It's the worst thing you could ever do in your life. You need to invest your money.
Exactly.
That makes no sense. You don't want your money working out there, or else guess what? That money's going to be worth nothing.
100%. And so when he's saying, like, you know, all that stuff, I'm like, dude, I made 6 figures less than a year into working online. Like, and you're going to tell other millennials that they can't and shouldn't even try? And don't get me wrong, not everybody will do it. But you guys already know that it takes extreme hard work, dedication, and doing the right shit every day.
Persistence.
Right?
Doing the right things every day.
The right things every day, day in, day out, no excuses. And, you know, things will start to line up. Things will start to work. If you're putting in the extra work, it's going to work. If you're putting in the extra work and you're literally doing everything you can, it's going to work. Yeah. I'm not even going to lie real quick. I'm not even doing everything I can.
I'm not.
I'm working my freaking ass off.
Yeah, and we both are. Like, the reality is, yesterday, working all day, and then I finally free up some time to take my dad's first LA Kings game, which was dope. Good seats and stuff. It was cool. But I get back, like, at maybe 1 in the morning, okay? I get back, and I said, man, I said I was going to get a fucking video done today. I said I was going to get a new video that I want to talk about this, and here's the reality. It wasn't done.
Right.
So what did me and content guy Vinny do? We stood up till 5:30 in the morning filming. Boom. And getting it edited and getting it posted today, bro. Because it's not about, everyone thinks that it's about the amount of energy they feel is depleted from them. So they feel tired, they feel like fatigued, and they think that they've been giving it everything they got. Like, it doesn't matter if you give it everything you got. It doesn't matter if you go through the pain. It doesn't matter if you're going through the struggle. It doesn't matter if you got a headache or you're frustrated or you're in debt. It doesn't matter about any of that. All that matters is that you actually get the job done. And that's I think if someone can just if you can just learn that principle right here, right now, that everything else doesn't matter whether you just hit the target or you didn't. And that's why I always say success is black or white. It really is. When it comes to you setting a goal, it's black or white. You either hit it or you don't. You either make the MBA or you don't. You either get into Harvard or you don't, right? You either get the $100 million deal or you don't. So think about that concept and realize that all the tiredness, all the headaches, all the depression, anxiety, all that stuff doesn't matter. It's all bullshit. The only thing that matters is hitting your target, hitting your goal, and winning.
Exactly. So, like I said, that's one of the biggest things that pisses me off when I see these guys and talking about patience. Yes, you have to be patient.
You do.
You need delayed gratification. Yes, but don't tell people that they need to save up until they're 30 years old, not travel, not go out, not have fun,
not drive a nice car.
What if you die? What if you die?
Seriously, that's the one that cracks me up, and I get it. It comes from an old school mentality. See, for me, the reality is, if I know that I'm driving maybe a $200,000 car and the payment's let's just say 2 G's a month, okay? We'll just say we'll aim it high, whatever. The reality is that every time I wake up, and even if I'm just driving to the gym and back,
you feel good. You're happy.
Bro, what do you mean, bro? You're gonna love it. The bottom line, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love being in your car. It's gonna give you a good feeling, and that's what life's about. Don't forget that. I think. What?
So it's funny you talk about that because I was actually literally thinking the exact same thing earlier. I was listening to something earlier, and the person was saying, I didn't buy my first exotic car until I was 30 years old. And I'm like, dude, an exotic car payment is it could be $1,000 or less a month.
Yeah.
A normal here's somebody had a normal car, right? Normal car payment, $300, insurance
for something
combined,
you don't like.
It'd be like $500. Why would I pay $500 for a piece of shit? Or not even a piece of shit, I'm sorry, but a normal car. But when you raise your standards, you gotta think of it like a piece of shit. You gotta raise your expectations, right? So why would I pay $500 for a piece of shit when I can get the car of my dreams that's gonna make me happy, open up opportunities, open up networking opportunities, build my personal brand, give me massive leverage, bring me a ton of euphoria for an extra $500 a month.
And here's the thing.
What is that extra $500 a month? Like you gotta really think about it. First of all, if you're buying an exotic car, because people they say I didn't buy an exotic car until I was 30 and I was making millions by 20.
That's stupid.
Dude, what if you're making enough money to buy an exotic car?
Why wouldn't you?
What is an extra $500? If you're making $10,000 a month, what is a $500 payment versus a $1,000 payment? You know what I mean?
It's gonna make you work harder.
Yeah.
The bottom line gonna make you work harder. For me, I realize people are just so scared and sacred. They want to hold on to all their money, and that's why they can never really create wealth because they always want to hold the money. They want to hold the money. They want to hold the money. All you're gonna ever do is just hold the money. You'll never let it go, so that means you'll never get experiences. And guess what? You'll never let it go, so you can never grow it. So for me, I think what it comes down to is you have to remember what life's about. Life's about fulfillment, happiness, joy, and what makes you feel good. Anything you do in life, the reason why you're doing it, even if it's something bad, you're looking for that good feeling, that instant gratification. That's how most people operate. But what I want you to know is that life's about that happy feeling, that fulfillment. Now, guess what? Most of us don't have that. Most of us can't get it. And you want to know why? Because you don't follow your heart. You don't follow your passions. You don't follow your purposes. You don't do what you want to do. You do what people think is the best thing for you. And guess what? One day you're listening to your best friend, the next day you're listening to your mom, then you're listening to your teacher, and guess what? Now you're confused and you're wondering why you can't move. You wonder why you're stuck. It's because you're not true to yourself. So for the first time, go ahead.
I'll say another thing is, a lot of you guys are hanging out with the same old crowd, you guys are hanging out with the same old people, you're listening to the same old gurus telling you the same old wrong information.
Yeah.
And you know what's right. You know who you should follow. You know that there's a path, there's a different way for you to create, whatever ideal lifestyle you want. It doesn't have to be e-commerce, it doesn't have to be dropshipping, affiliate marketing, it doesn't have to be real estate.
It doesn't have to be sales.
It can be whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
And you guys know which way you got to go to do it. But I think, everybody wants it bad. Of course you want it. Who doesn't want it?
Everybody wants it.
Who doesn't want a freaking Lambo? Who doesn't want to travel?
People tell me that I want it bad.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? But do you want it bad enough more than you're willing to give up everything you're doing? More than you're willing to give up your friends? More than you're willing to stop listening to these fake gurus?
That's such a good point, man. That's such a good point. Yeah. That's such a good point because, literally 3.5 months ago, I moved away from an opportunity where I was with all my friends. And the reality is, are you willing to give up certain feelings? Are you willing to give up your comfort to actually be able to go out there and play the game you want to play? right? Everybody wants to know why they're not having fun in life, why they don't feel happy and content, and they're not smiling. If you go to the local grocery store, look at everybody's face. I dare you, go over there and look at everybody's face. You won't see not one person smiling. You want to know why? Because they're not doing what they want to do. Me and Josh, every day we wake up and literally we do what we want to do. And guess what? It's usually working because we love working.
100%.
But we do what we want to do.
Even if I had $0 to my name, I would still like be happy, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm like like money is nothing to me as long as I'm doing what I want to do. Like a lot of people, they see numbers, and numbers get them excited. Numbers get them wanting to go somewhere. Like that's cool.
I'm a little excited.
You can play the game. The game's fun.
Yeah.
But it's not about the numbers. It's not about what's in your bank account. It don't do any good. It's
about
just
the
sitting in your
process,
bank account.
bro.
It's about the process. It's about the journey. It's about the shit you can do with the money. And like I said, like just going back to where we were earlier,
Yeah.
so many people just talking shit and like putting down millennials. Here's what they're doing. If you guys are a millennial right now, and even if you're not a millennial, but you listen to people who might sound like this, here's what people are doing, in my opinion. People are giving out information, and they're making themselves seem that they're superior. You know, not everybody can be an entrepreneur. You're naturally born an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Naturally born my ass, bro.
Like, no, it's who raised you and the shit you've been through. You're not naturally born. It's not in your blood. It's not
Naturally
in your DNA. You know,
You gotta earn this.
Yeah.
This is like blood, sweat, tears, like, and more.
Yeah. So when people say that, here's what they're doing. They're trying to lower the confidence of their audience. They're trying to lower the confidence of people that are listening.
So they have power over them.
Yeah. So they have power over them. So now they have leverage. I don't care who I have leverage over to. I'm just putting out content, man.
I want to give you information.
I'm just giving out information so people can understand and think on my level. But they're not giving out information to think on their level. They're giving out the information to get people thinking on the level they want them to think on so they can control them. And maybe they're not selling shit. Some of these guys might be selling courses. Some of these guys might be selling programs. Some of these guys are not. But either way, if they are or they're not, what they're doing is they're making you be a fool into their brand, which gives them power, leverage
over you,
credibility, authority to land bigger deals elsewhere.
Yeah.
Brand deals, sponsorships.
Well, they try to keep you in the box.
Notoriety. And here's what they do though. They try to tell you you can't be an entrepreneur. You gotta be patient. You can't make 6 figures in less than a year. And then they try to motivate you on the other side. Work hard, grind hard.
Like they probably want you to like go work for them.
Like it contradicts themselves. Like it doesn't make sense. There's nothing wrong when people are working for anybody as long as you're fucking good at it and you know you put your effort into it and it's a skill that you want to do.
Don't get me offended. I think that jobs are great, and I think that if you love working a job, that's awesome. I think you should still apply all the principles I give you. You can apply it in a job, and you can
always
move
have
up
multiple
fast.
sources.
Yeah, you can have a job, and you can have investments. I mean, jobs are great, right? I think the reality
makes the world go around.
Yeah, it does, and I think the reality of it all is that not everybody wants to like change the world, and not everybody wants
shit's hard.
This shit's hard. This is not okay. Like,
man, let's get that straight. This shit is hard.
Like it's difficult, like literally, and that's why I admire Josh so much is because he's taken like years and just crunched it into about like a year and a half, right? And I took way longer. And I mean, there would be people that would say that they can argue the mindset and things like that, but for me, it's not even about the whole mindset that Josh had. And a lot of people would say, well, maybe it's the growing up factor, who he was surrounded with. Maybe he was born at a later time, so he's hitting the millennial momentum. No, that's all bullshit. There's one thing that's different between me and Josh, and it was the belief level that he had. Okay? After years, and I get it, guys. Maybe some of you guys are a little bit older like me, 24, 25, 26, whatever it is. And right now, you might feel a little bit hopeless. Maybe you've been grinding from sales job to sales job, or maybe you're working 2 jobs. I don't know, shipping, I don't know, truck driving. It doesn't matter. This is what I want to tell you. Just believe that you are worthy. Believe that you can make it happen. And believe that it's already coming your way. Josh, what do I always say, bro? Out of nowhere. It's what? It's coming.
He said, it's coming. I'm viral.
It's coming. I'm viral.
Just closed $1 million deal.
Just closed $1 million deal. Because the reality is, I really believe it. And the reason why I'm so passionate when I say I really believe it is because for a long time I didn't. So if you're working your ass off, and you're hoping for $1 million, or you're hoping to change the world, or you're hoping to make an impact to people all over, it ain't ever gonna happen. You have to know that it's already happening. Remember that life happens for you, not to you.
And so another thing I want to go over is that, you know, we're talking about, you know, not like this lifestyle, this grind, this entrepreneurship, this shit is hard. If you're young, it's 10 times harder. People think it's easy.
No.
It's not. Because when you're young, you have to establish credibility. You have to establish authority. You have to produce real results so people can trust you. So it's hard. But like what a lot of us are doing is we're trying to do some crazy shit to the world, man.
Yeah.
So not everybody wants to do that. Some people just want to be financially free. Some people want to make an extra $500 a month, an extra $2,000, an extra $10,000 a month. But another thing these big guys are doing is they're setting these expectations like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, saying you got to work 12 years and before you make your first profit. You got to work 18 hours a day and build a fucking multi-million-dollar business, you know, to be considered a real entrepreneur. You know what I mean?
I mean, here's the thing, okay? It took how long? I took one of these guys, I forgot, the guy with the supplement company. It took him how long to hit 6 figures? I forgot. She told me it's like 8 years.
7 8 years.
I'm not going to put the number on it, but it was longer than 5.
Yeah.
Okay? When I could probably, or anybody can, right, can be just somebody who connects to people and gets the deal done. And I'm not even saying you do, like you sell it. Like for instance, like you just connect people and you help someone who's selling something to somebody who wants to buy it, and then you could just collect a 6-figure percentage.
Yeah.
And you can do it in a month, 2 months, 3 months. Done it before, right? Those are the best things. But then we have these guys telling you that it's going to take 12 years or 8 years to make 6 figures. That's bullshit. That's kind of like the same.
In 12 years, 6 figures is fucking equivalent to like 30 G's a year.
It's the same bullshit as like, oh, you have to go to a 4-year college, get your 4-year degree. That's the same thing that these guys are teaching you. So for me and Josh, we're just a little bit fucking confused because we want to give you inspiration for you to take action so you can start leading to execution for your life. We don't want you to be in our box. We want you to create your own world, whatever you want to do.
And it leads me to this. You know, like I said, what we're doing is cool. If you want to do it, by all means, let's fucking do it. Go to work. Put in the work. You know who to follow. You know who has the information. You know where you can get it. But what you got to realize is, you know, stop feeling hopeless. Stop feeling confused because these guys are setting these false expectations and you feel like you got to start a 7-figure agency. You feel like you got to start a real business. You feel like that you shouldn't build a personal brand until you make $1 million. No. You guys,
don't ever believe that. Don't ever believe that. Oh my God, bro.
I
have a story on that.
We live in 2017. Look at Logan Paul, Jake Paul, making fucking $15 million a year. 19, 20, 21 years old, making 10 to 15 million a year off a personal brand.
Off of YouTube, off of acting goofy.
And now they're building businesses on the side. They're not building businesses to land on that. You know, they built their personal brands, turned into a business, and turned into fucking more than a full-time income. 50,000 people's full-time incomes combined. So what you guys have to realize is there is something, at least one thing, that you are better than 95% of the world.
Yeah, it's true.
And if that's a fact, that means, and let's just say you're only better than fucking 10,000 people at whatever it is. That is a 10,000 people niche. Highly targeted, specific niche that you can target whatever you're good at, whatever you can produce, whatever you can sell, whatever you can teach.
At least 5% of that.
Yeah, 5%. And if it's a high ticket product, you're making money. You're making money. So take a skill, take something you're good at and monetize it. You don't have to do e-commerce.
So easy.
You don't have to sell shit online. You can build a brand online to sell shit in real life, to meet people in real life, to close deals in real life.
Yeah, and the reality is that that's what I've been teaching my students is like, there's a guy who's good at math and he's like, man, I want to drop ship. I'm like, great, buddy. Build your drop shipping site, but you're really good at calculus. Guess what? 95% of the world sucks at what? Calculus. So guess what? He's in business. And because he has the skill set and he can teach the skill set, now he's in full control of his income. Because people want what he has. Now you're in control. And that's what most people don't know.
And speaking about being in control, I was talking about it a little bit earlier. Too many people are stressed out, worried, mad, pissed off at shit they can control.
Oh.
I already know people are pissed off about shit they can't control, but they're pissed off about shit they can control.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That is like the absolute worst.
If you're mad because you're not making money, if you're mad because your business is not where it wants to be, if you're mad because you haven't met the right people in your life yet,
or if you're mad because, like, I don't know, let's say your girlfriend treats you like shit, or if you're mad because your parents don't believe you because you quit everything you start. Like, don't you know those kids?
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny because it's like sometimes we talk about, like, for me, I never listened to my parents when it came to my entrepreneurship and when it came to me going all in, I never listened to him. Best decision I ever made, by the way, because now I'm in the position where I'm at. But there's kids like that are trying to say the things I was saying, like my parents, like I don't know what to do. But the thing is, like they quit. Producing. They don't produce.
They don't try.
They're
not showing that they really want it, dude. If you're fucking, I'm sorry, if you're mad, if you're fucking fat right now and you're listening to this and you're fucking mad, get your ass up.
Don't get mad. I'll
go to the gym. You know, see a doctor. There's fucking fitness dudes. There's fitness dudes on Instagram putting out free information that can teach you this. If you're mad, if that's the reason you're mad, go out and change something. Change something. You want results? Change something.
And that's just the honest damn truth, because like the reality is this. So many people, like you said, are mad about things that they can control. Like if you're overweight. I see people go into depression because they're fat. That makes no sense. There's an easy fix. You have a process to go out there and exercise. Eat healthier. Why would you be sad about something you can control? That's a waste of energy. And that's what people do.
Yeah.
They waste their energy on shit like complaining, nagging.
Instead of, if you're freaking mad over shit that you can control, money, weight, health, whatever it is, you have to stop that right now. Like, listen right now. I want you guys to analyze what problems have been pissing you off. What problems have you been complaining about? If you don't know, ask your 5 closest friends. What have you been complaining about? What has been pissing you off? And figure it out and fix it. Set up a game plan. Set up a map. Go find information. Go find training.
Set
go find
some
YouTube
targets.
videos. Yes, set some targets. Crush your targets. And stop being mad. And if it's shit that you can't control, there's absolutely zero, nada, no reason to be pissed off at that. If you can't control it, like it literally makes no sense to even give it energy at all. Because all you're doing is draining yourself, hurting yourself, pissing yourself off, lowering your confidence, and so many people underestimate confidence.
Oh my God.
So many people underestimate confidence. You need confidence.
Oh my God.
Don't sabotage yourself.
Don't sabotage your own self-confidence. And here's the reality, okay? I'm going to teach you the confidence formula, but I want you to understand what confidence can do for you. Number one, when you have ultimate confidence, you'll do whatever you want to do. Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that your confidence will fluctuate. It's kind of like confidence is almost like gasoline for your car. If you're going full throttle, sometimes you run out a little bit, right? You get tired, you get burned out. But here's the thing. How do you consistently build more confidence? How do you stay feeling on top of the world? Well, it's simple. Falling back to that one thing that we talked about when I first got here. What'd you say? Never prove yourself wrong. That's your rule.
Favorite
that's
phrase.
His favorite one.
That's what I fucking live by.
I added into one of my principles.
Yeah.
That became
never
number 3.
prove yourself wrong. You want to elaborate?
Yeah. I'll never prove yourself wrong. And look, that's why me and Josh are a firm believers. Like, we're not going to tell everybody our moves. We're not going to tell everybody what we want to do or what we want to work on. Because the reality is, as an entrepreneur, sometimes your ideas, right, they don't necessarily work out the way they were, and you maybe do something else or branch off. So for us, you keep it to yourself, but you have to make decisions on what you really want to execute on, what goals you want to reach, and what you actually want to do. Now, once you make that decision, you don't have to tell anybody. That's where people mess up, and that's why people look like they don't execute, because they're telling everybody
and that's why
what they want to do.
Takes them serious.
That's why no one takes them serious, because you say you're going to do this, you're going to say you're going to do that. So for me, I have all these great ideas right now, but I don't talk about as my successes after I've already executed. So going back to what he said, never proving yourself wrong, okay? When you tell yourself that you're going to do something, even as small as, hey, putting this can back in the refrigerator, okay? And you don't do it, guess what? You proved yourself wrong, okay? If you told yourself that you're going to make 30 calls this week for whatever type of business you have, and you did 25, guess what? You proved yourself wrong. What happens when you prove yourself wrong is this. Your subconscious mind, now everything that you think about doing, your subconscious mind right away is going to reject it. It's going to tell you can't do it because, not because it's trying to control you, but because you have created habits to not complete things. Now when that happens, guess what? They have no confidence to do what? Anything. You don't feel like you can do anything because you never go through with it. So one thing that I can kind of give you, if you want to build more self-confidence, it's very simple, okay? Every night, write 3 things that you want to do the next day, that you want to execute, specific things, like run 20 minutes, okay? Like read 20 pages in the book, like text 10 people that you love them and you care about them.
Start small. Start small.
Doesn't have to be these huge. I think so many times people are like, all right, I'm going to work out for fucking 2 hours today. I'm going to read a book today. And then I'm going to go, I don't know, man, sell 10,000 in sales today. Like, some people shit sounds like that.
Yeah.
And that's scary. So start small. Start with things and you can gradually add on to it. But when you do this, I like to do it in this way. Okay, every day I like to do something for my health, my fitness. Okay, some type of exercise. Why? Because that's progression, right? Something I can measure.
Something you can control.
Something I can control as well. Secondly, I want to educate myself on something. Okay, everyone's like, just read. No, just educate yourself. If you don't know how to something that's small for me the other day, how to customize your snap code, right? I took 20 minutes to learn how to do it. I did it, and that's a win.
Right.
I told myself I wanted to do it, and then I just did it, and that made me feel good, right? So things that small, it doesn't have to be these huge things, but as you gradually get things done and check it off, that's the key.
That's where you get that dopamine.
And then all of a sudden you start hearing ching.
There's a certain chemical in your brain called dopamine that whenever you do something, when you have a list and you check it off, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel accomplished. It's the same chemical that comes out when people are hyping you up because you made an accomplishment. When you do drugs, or when you drink alcohol, or when you're having sexual intercourse with a partner, it's called it's called dopamine. And a lot of people get addicted to bad things because of dopamine.
So if you can get addicted to good things, aka succeeding, making money, or contributing, helping people. Here's the overall thing is this, okay? If you tell yourself you're going to do something, get it done. Now, you want to keep track of this. Start writing down the things you want to do. That's your accountability.
And then write it down again, or the things that you've done. So what I do is kind of funny, dude. Let's say something randomly pops up, last minute call that I didn't have a plan, right?
I know.
So I hop on the call, little business call real quick, close the deal, lock down the connections, whatever I need to do. You know what I do?
What?
I grab my to-do list, I write it down, get on a call with so-and-so, and then I check it off. I added it to my to-do list after I already did it. But why? Because it feels good for me to check it off. Because I get that little dopamine rush, which makes me want to cross off the next one.
I'm telling you, bro, this took me out of literally, and I'll share with you guys on Nuggets at Night, some things that I've gone through in my life and downfalls and things like that. But out of my worst downfall I ever had, literally, this process of checking things off was so important to me, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, I would finish something, and if we're gonna all leave the house as a family, I remember, I maybe go out to dinner or something like that. If I didn't check off what I did, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go back inside, and I go and check it off just to see everything I've done. See, that's the beautiful thing about life. That's why I tell you, life's about progression. Because when you progress,
control that,
and you can control it. You can control your progression. It's as simple as just doing it. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
And if you don't know how, learn. Do more. Don't do the bare minimum and expect to get results. Do more again, then more, and on top of that, do freaking more.
And this is the thing. You want to find, this is literally, I give this advice all the time. It's my top secret advice. If you want to be great at something, then you got to find somebody who's already great at it. Find their work ethic and make sure that you outwork them, meaning you spend more hours, you do more, whatever they're doing. The reason why I say that is because they're already winning. What makes you think you can put the same amount of work as them and then get a result? No, you're going to have to do more.
And check this out.
You're going to have to do more.
And here's what I do. You probably do it as well. Not only do when I see somebody great, do I look at them and do I see what they're doing, I go even deeper. I'm like,
next level.
Why is he doing this? When did he start this?
And then
when did results come in? I look at every deep detail. Why? This guy posted a selfie right now? Why? Why did he do it? And I know it sounds crazy, but that's why I'm fucking good.
That's why you gotta be good. And here's the thing. When you get real good, like me and Josh, right? What we do is there's a step further. And that's what it is. It's you'll not only find out why they do it, but you find out where the flaws are in what they're doing. And when you can find flaws in what they're doing, me and Josh like to, watch a couple YouTube videos here and there once in a while, find out what our next moves are. But anyways, literally, when you find out what their flaws are, you know exactly what they're doing, you fix their flaws, now you have a better system.
Yep.
So it's so easy. I just gave you the formula. That was top secret shit.
And that's
so simple, though.
That's the key to getting rich. And with that today,
we're gonna end this.
We're gonna end the dropout degree. So we appreciate you guys tuning in and listening. If you're on YouTube right now watching this video and not on the actual podcast, head to the link in the description. We're going to have the link for the podcast for iTunes. You can subscribe. If you liked it, leave a 5-star rating. It'd be much appreciated. If not, go leave a 1-star rating if you're a dickhead. And
give us 5 stars.
Yeah, and you can follow on SoundCloud as well. If you guys have not connected with us on social media yet, my Instagram is at JetSetFly and my Snapchat is Josh King Madrid. Ricky's is
RickyRich.official for Instagram, and that's it.
Yeah. So with that said, guys, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Let us
Thank
know what you guys thought about today's podcast.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more interesting. If you want to do that in the reviews or in the comments on YouTube, let us know what you thought about.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to hear about next.
Yeah.
This was just some shit that I had to get off my mind. I know Ricky was feeling the same way.
Yeah, I've been feeling like I've been getting a little like, you know, I had to let it out. And I'm glad that we let it out.
Yeah, we always tell ourselves that these things are gonna be like 10 minutes, and they always go a lot longer. You know, our boy Vinny's always like, "What the hell? You guys said 5 minutes, like 50 minutes ago."
Hey, you must have been entertained because you're still watching.
Hey, but it's cool though. That's why we love what we do, and
we're thankful for you.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys listening. Like, that's why we're putting this content out. One, we like fucking talking.
Yeah, I love talking.
So two, we're like, hey, let's put it out for somebody that can actually use this information and benefit from this information. So it would just be much appreciated if you did benefit from this information. If you can leave a review, subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to the podcast, message us on social media if you're watching this right now and you like this. Take a screenshot of this podcast, send it to us on social media, let us know what you thought, and let us know what you think we should talk about next. And with that said, that's it.
Thank you for listening to The Dropout Degree. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube at Josh King Madrid. And if you learned something new, please share this on your social media and leave a 5-star review. Want to connect more? Head to www.joshkingmadrid.com.